Shaquille O'Neal talked about divorce from his wife for the first time on the Pivot podcast. He shared some really important nuggets and things about life, marriage, business, basketball, and his divorce. If you are a single man or if you are married, you can learn so much from what he had to say. If you want to watch the full video, I will leave a link in the description below. But for the sake of this video, I will play the clip of him talking about his divorce, and then I will give my commentary on it. Let's have this conversation. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to our channel. I am Dorian, and this is Not Easily Broken. On our channel, we provide godly advice, practical tips, and solution to help you achieve relationships and your marriage goals. Now, I have been a big fan of Shaq from day one. I mean, who doesn't love the guy? I mean, 7'1". I mean, the dude is big, he's lovable, funny. Yeah, that's just the kind of guy that he is. You know, he dropped some really good information, some good nuggets, great knowledge. He shared some very important principles relating to life and what happened to his marriage. Let's watch the clip.
Up to saying, with a divorce, you controlled your life forever. You can't control that.
No, I couldn't.
It's two people that involved in the divorce, bro.
Yeah, but no, I never talked about this, and I'm glad you guys are asking because I don't mind talking about that. But I was bad. She was awesome.
The first thing that stood out to me is one of the hosts who brought up the question about his divorce told him that he could not control the divorce because it was two people that are involved in a divorce. Shaq immediately shut that down by saying, no, he could have controlled it. And you know what? Shaq is right. He could have controlled it because he knew the kind of woman that he married. He knew that she was a good quality woman. She is of great character. The kind of woman that wants to be a wife, the kind of woman that wants to get married, stay married. She loved being a wife, not just a bride. There's a difference between being a bride and being a wife, you know, but she loved being a wife. He said the divorce was not her fault. It was because of him. Guys, it takes two people to get married, and it takes two people to build a successful marriage. But guess what? It does not take two people to get a divorce. It only takes one person or one spouse to file for divorce. Let's continue.
She was awesome. She really was. It was all me. I was just, look, we don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows.
Shaq said his wife was awesome. Do you know how many husbands, how many men are married to good women and do not take the time to tell their wives how amazing, how awesome they really are? If I should ask Shaq this question, how many times since you've been married to your wife that you take the time to tell her that she's amazing, that she's awesome, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's attractive, she's sexy. Thank you for being a great wife. Thank you for being a wonderful mother. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, thank you. I love coming home to you. He probably would not answer the question because most men don't do that. Most men don't take the time to add value to their wives. When a man is investing in his wife, he will always take the time to add value to her. A man will never protect what he's not investing in. When he's investing, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, oh yes, he's going to show up and he's going to let her know. He knows that she was a good woman. He knows that she was the right woman. However, he took advantage of that. It is a fact that he is not talking about a woman that was running the street. He's talking about a woman that loved being a wife. He's talking about a woman that has confidence in her feminine qualities, her influence, her power, her ability to serve and add value to his life. That's the kind of woman that he's talking about. Let's continue.
She was awesome. She really was. It was all me. I was just, look, we don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows.
Shaq said it was all him. He took responsibility for what happened. Man, you have to give respect to a man that take responsibility for what happened. How many men are out here cutting up and doing bad things and shacking up and cheating on their wives and doing all kind of things and not taking responsibility for what they're doing, not taking responsibility for the problem in their marriage? They're still blaming the wife for what they're doing. Oh, the devil make me do it. I mean, they blame everybody except themselves. We have men out here teaching and telling women that they should be happy that they marry a man that pay the bills, buy them nice things, take them on exotic vacations. They think that just because they create a certain lifestyle for their family and for his wife, that he can just do whatever he wants. No. You think that he can just cheat on her, disrespect her, and it's okay. No, it's not okay. Some woman will leave all of that for a peace of mind. She would rather live in a hut somewhere by herself than in a mansion with a man who does not love, honor, value, respect her. Come on now. Some men need to stop thinking just because you got money, women are going to put up with your disrespect. No, they don't. They're not going to put up with it. The reality is that your wife must be treated the way you want to be treated. It's only fair that you do that. And some of y'all need to stop listening to some of these jokers on social media calling themselves high value men. Notice what I said, some of these jokers, because some of them are jokers. They're not real men. They don't have any family. They're not showing examples. Money doesn't make a man high value. Money just gives you status. You can have all the money in the world and be a scumbag. You can be disgusting. I know a lot of rich people that are nasty, disgusting, and have no moral values at all. There's a difference between character and status. Okay? And status don't get you very far, but good character does. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
We don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't protecting her and protecting those vows.
Shaq said he was not protecting her and protecting their vows. See, marriage is very serious, guys. You are in a covenant marriage. Your married vows mean a lot. It is telling the world and telling everyone that you are taking responsibility to commit, to love, to honor, to respect, to cherish the woman that you profess to love. When you say yes to your spouse, you say no to everyone else. When you say I do to your spouse, you say I don't to everyone else. When you say I will to your spouse, you say I won't to everyone else. Marriage is a covenant and it must be taken seriously. You are responsible to protect and serve in your marriage. The Bible tells us in Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 22, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing and have obtained favor from the Lord. Guess what? He had a good thing. He was favorable because he found her, and he lost her because he did not protect and he did not take advantage of the responsibility that comes with those marriage vows. A man must serve and protect his marriage. His wife should be the most important person in his life. The Bible says that wherefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. When you get married, you are not merging two families. You are creating a family of your own. Of course, you don't forget about your immediate family or your extended family, but you are now taking responsibility for the family that you create. Now, as big as Shaq is, he was not spiritually, emotionally, mentally capable of serving and protecting his wife and his marriage vows because he was not in the will of God. He was not following godly principles. His heart was in the wrong place. And when a man's heart is in the wrong place, it creates chaos in his life. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 21, it tells us that where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. He was treasuring the wrong things. His treasures was not at home. It was somewhere else. Let's move on.
So, sometimes when you live that double life, you get caught up in. So I'm not going to say it was her, it was all me. Because she did exactly what you're supposed to do. Gave me beautiful kids, take care of the house, take care of corporate stuff. It was just all me.
He said, sometimes when you live a double life, it catch up to you. Well, Shaq, I'm sorry to say this, but it's not sometime. It is all the time. It will always catch up to you. Yes, it will. Eventually, we reap what we sow. We are all farmers. The Bible says in Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 and 8, be not deceived, God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. See, we must learn to live from the inside out, not from the outside in. Greater is he that is within us than he that is in the world. He said it was all him. She was not to be blamed for it. She did what she was supposed to do. That's what he said. She was a good wife. That's what he said. She took care of the house. That's what he said. She took care of the kids. That's what he said. She also helped with corporate issues and business transaction. That's what he said. I want to lean in the camera and I want to say this, and I want you all to listen to me. If you're single, you're a single man, I want you to listen to me. And if you're a married man, I want you to listen to me. A man's wife is his greatest asset. I'm going to say it again. A man's wife is his greatest asset. Hear me. If you're single and you're doing single life, do you? But the moment you decide to get married, the moment you decide to say, I do, you are actually now merging your life with another human being that you want to do life with. That's when you become favorable. That's when you obtain favor from the Lord because you found your good thing. I'm telling you guys, if she was still in Shaq's life, he would have been 10 times more successful. As successful as he is, he would have been more successful. Look at guys like LeBron James. Do you know that some of the most successful men in the world have a great woman beside them? And I want you to look at Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. They always have a wife right next to them doing a lot of work. I'm not saying that all of the time these wives are perfect and they don't create any mistakes or havoc or whatever. I'm not saying that. But when they started out, they were able to share visions and goals and dreams with their wives. And they were helping them to create the culture and the wealth that a lot of them are experiencing and enjoying right now. Because that kind of woman had value to a man's life. It helped him to be the best that he can be. It helps to bring out the best in him. And the sad part about it is that most men don't appreciate that kind of woman until she is gone.
Sometimes when you make a lot of mistakes like that, you can't really come back from that. But she's happy now. She's about to marry a fine young gentleman, and I'm happy for her. And we have a great relationship. But as I get older and dwell on situations, I can honestly say it was all me. Because I was big time.
He said, when you make a lot of mistakes like that, it's hard to come back from. Listen, guys, some of you think that the grass is greener on the other side. It's not. Some of you will compromise your marriage and your family for a woman that you know you don't love, and it's all because of sex, while you have better waiting for you at home.
Look, I was just being greedy. I had the perfect situation. Wife was finer than a mug. Mm-hmm. Kept giving me babies, still finer than a mug. I had it all. Just sometimes and I don't make excuses. I know I messed up. And then, when I didn't have that, I don't like to use the D word because I don't really know what it is, but I was lost. 76,000 square foot house by yourself. Lost. No kids. Go to the gym, nobody's playing in the gym. You go to their room, nobody's there. You start to feel it.
Shaq said that he was just too greedy. It's greed. You have men out there that are acting like they can have all 31 flavor Basket Robin ice cream on one ice cream cone. You know what I'm talking about? You have all 31 flavor just dripping from one ice cream. It's never going to work. It just won't fit. It's not a good model. You think you need to try and sample everything. And that's the problem. And after a while, you don't value what you have at home anymore because in your mind, you have too much choices to choose from on the outside. That is called greed. That is called manipulation. And a lot of men are out here acting like they can't control themselves, and that is a lie. You have the right woman at home and you leave her because you are sexually greedy. It's like a dog who have a nice bone in his mouth and he came to the river and saw a reflection of another dog in the water and thought that another dog in the water have a bigger bone than the one that he has. And so guess what he did? He dropped what he have, going into the water thinking that he could get the bone from the other dog, only to find out that he was looking at his reflection. You know how many of you are about to drop what you have because you think that you found something better? How many times do you lose interest in what you have at home because you think you found something better on the outside? Many of you are giving up something good for something that is not even half as good as what you already have.
You know, may not be a husband, but I'm always be a father. And the father's job is to protect, provide, and love. I have two, I don't like to use the term baby mamas, I have two wonderful women that have given me beautiful, gorgeous children. I have to protect and I have to provide and I have to love for them forever. That's why I work so hard. I don't work for me. I got it all. I got to work for them. I got to work for my 6 babies.
Shaq said that I may not be a husband, but I am a father, and I would protect and serve and take care of my children. See, that's what some men who leave their family or having marital problems or baby mama drama, that's what you need to do. Regardless of what happened to your wife, why she leave you or why you left her or whatever it is, you still have children, you need to take care of them. Now, the truth be told that you may not have a deep pocket financially like Shaq does, but all you can do it. Be the best father that you can be. Be there to support and add value to their lives. I don't care if you have to pick up cans and bottles. I don't care if you have to sell toothpick. I don't care. If you have children, you have a responsibility to show up in their lives. And if your ex-wife or your baby mama is a deadbeat baby mama hiding and lying and telling the kids that you are a deadbeat dad when you're not, just because they want to get back at you for leaving them or whatever the case may be, you know what? Time is going to prove them wrong. Eventually, the truth is going to come out. But in the meantime, try your very best to be your very best because of the children that you have. The shame is not going to be on you. It's going to be on them. I watched the whole video, and I must say that I have a lot of respect for Shaq. May God continue to bless him in what he's doing, and I would just want to say, guys, that I hope that you learned something from this. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear from you. If this video adds some value to you, then please leave a comment in the comment section. Like and share this video. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, then what are you waiting for? Please smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching. May God continue to bless you, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.